You know, it's so funny how the timing of things can work. Because I was currently in the middle of working on getting my trailer reaction to the newest Neverness to Everness trailer out this morning. I just finished the thumbnail, and I was about to go ahead and edit it, because I did it last night when the trailer dropped, and when I also recorded my reaction to it at the time. And out of nowhere, Marvel and Disney did what I didn't think they were going to do for a while. For at least a couple more weeks. And they actually dropped a teaser for Avengers Doomsday officially online! Hey us ladies, gents, and MBs! Welcome to our back to the channel. My name's Guy, and as you can tell, I've been waiting for an official teaser for Doomsday to drop online officially for a long while. Like, ever since the rumors started to appear that we would actually be getting teasers for Doomsday this month, I've been keeping my fingers crossed those were true. And, I mean, they obviously were true. If you were anywhere near Marvel last week, deep in the Marvel fandom last week, and then you even saw Avatar, Fire and Ash, you know they've already started rolling out teasers for, Avengers Doomsday with the Steve Rogers teaser, and I actually saw earlier this morning, teasers for, images of the Thor teaser, that is also, I guess, now currently playing in theaters, I assume. And now they're actually releasing a teaser online. I do not know if it's one of the 4 teasers or if it's own thing. It could be one of the 4 teasers. I don't care. I'm for sure. I have to react to this. Okay, regardless of what kind of teaser it is, what character is like the focus of this teaser, I have to watch this because this is the first Doomsday trailer to drop online officially and not leaked like the Steve Rogers one did, which I did watch. It was really good teaser. Even though I do have mixed feelings on Chris Evans coming back as Steve Rogers in this film, but you know. We'll get to that in a bit. For right now, let's actually just watch the teaser. Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening. Okay. And here we go. Is this the Steve Rogers teaser? Oh! This is the Steve Rogers teaser! So, I guess that means they're gonna be releasing the teasers a week after they debuted in theaters, then. That's great! I love that! Oh yeah, there's this baby! Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. Oh! December 18th, Tuesday. Oh. I love the logo. I love the Doomsday logo with the glass and this stained glass and such. That is okay. So that is something I have already seen. For transparency, I've already said that. I don't know why I'm saying that again. So none of that footage is new to me. That doesn't mean I still love seeing it again. I mean, I have a ton of corrections. I mean, for one, how is Steve Rogers, what is his role going to be in this? I assume that is the same Steve Rogers, we've been following in the MCU. That's my guess, because he's still having a baby, and that house was the same house. I believe that was the same house that we saw him in at the end of Endgame. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And I know I know that he does have a kid in, like, I don't want to say the comics. I think it was Marvel Future Fight, that one of the mobile games. I know it had a bunch of original characters, and I believe, one of the original characters was, Steve Rogers' daughter. Hang on, let me look that up, because I gotta know her name right now. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad they're releasing those teasers online officially, even if it's a week later. That means I'll be able to react to the Thor one next week. That's awesome, which I haven't seen yet. So I now have an excuse to avoid watching that trailer, so I can actually watch it with you guys. And I know what the other teasers are, by the way. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so excited, y'all. Sharon Rogers. That's right, Sharon Rogers. So I assume that is Sharon. That would make a lot of sense. I wonder if that means that we'll get to see, like, a grown-up version of her, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe in Secret Wars. Who knows? We could... Honestly, there's, like, we only just know that Steve Rogers is back, and that he has a baby, and that's basically all we know. We literally know nothing else, which I'm glad. I'm glad they're, like, keeping it, like, their lips sealed on this film. And if any leaks happen, it's gonna be out of the control. But at least Marvel themselves are actually keeping a tight lid on, this and Secret Wars. I'm very happy about that. That's gonna be, like, that's just gonna make seeing these films in theaters even more exciting, because we are not going to know what to expect. But yeah, it's... like, I feel very mixed on Chris Evans returning as Steve Rogers, though. It's the same feeling I had when Robert Downey Jr. was announced to be to return as Doctor Doom. I was like, I feel that same combination of, I can see something interesting being done with this casting and bringing this actor back. At the same time, though, I do feel like it's a bit of a cop-out, and I feel like the same thing's going on here. Now, I'm not completely, like, I doubt, like, they're actually going to, like, straight up, like, use this as an opportunity to just, like, take Sam Wilson out of the role as Captain America. That would give them a lot of backlash, though. That would be, they would get so much backlash for that. I don't think Marvel wants that, so hopefully they're not trying to, like, use this as a way to downplay Sam Wilson's role. Ideally, Steve Rogers in this film is a plot device. This is, like, one of the rare times where I don't mind a character being a plot device, because I think in this case, it would work, especially since we already have so much development with Steve Rogers already. Like, I think you can make this character work as a plot device. And I still hope that Sam Wilson gets his time to shine as Captain America in this film, because honestly, if Sam Wilson already had his own trilogy, and if he had, like, plenty of time and screen time as Captain America in this saga, then I definitely wouldn't mind this. I think, honestly, the idea of a fully formed Sam Wilson as Captain America, who's been given enough time in the role, reuniting with Steve Rogers, does sound good. I love the idea. I just think it's too soon for that. So again, if Steve Rogers returning, was happening, like, when Sam Wilson had more screen time as Captain America, this would actually get me genuinely hyped. I mean, I am hyped, as you can tell, but, like, I'm also very concerned and anxious, and definitely am getting nostalgia bait vibes from this. I do think this has been a cheap ploy to get people interested in Doomsday. And I do think they're being a little, like, I think they're adding in way too much nostalgia with Doomsday and Secret Wars. I mean, we already have Robert Downey Jr. returning. We already have a return of some of the Fox X-Men actors. So this feels like a bit too much, in my opinion. Personally, if I had to pick just one of the three to keep in, it would probably be the Fox X-Men. I think that could work. I wouldn't mind that too much. But yeah, although ideally, I probably would, like, not include the X-Men at all. I feel like it would be better to just introduce the X-Men properly without utilizing the Fox variants. But I digress. We're not talking about what ifs here. We're actually talking about what's the point of talking about what ifs now? Because, I mean, those are never gonna happen at this point. So I just want to. So I guess we should just really focus on what the film's giving us. And I'm both very curious, very hyped, but also very anxious. The amount of hype and anxiety I'm feeling for this film are both increasingly high, and I've never felt this for any other piece of media in my life. Like, I kid you not, like, I don't think I've ever experienced, like, this much anxiety and this much hype simultaneously for a single piece of media until now. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to be here when that film releases opening night. And I can't wait to see it. And of course, but in the meantime, I'm looking forward to when the rest of these teasers are released online. I am so glad they're actually releasing these teasers officially online. That is awesome. And yeah, even though I already saw this one via leaks, I still love seeing this again. I still love reacting to I'm glad I actually reacted to this with you guys. This is awesome. I'm definitely at the very least, I am very curious on how they're bringing how Steve Rogers' return will be utilized in Doomsday. I've seen some interesting story rumors, which I can see the potential in. I also have mixed feelings about them. But again, they're rumors. We don't know if they're true. But I am definitely very curious to see what they're going to do with Steve Rogers in this film. Marvel, you at least, if there's one thing Marvel is good at, regardless of what the quality of the actual products are, you can't deny they can get you intrigued. They still get me intrigued to this day, even throughout the highs and lows of the Multiverse Saga. They're still getting me intrigued and still making me curious about some of their ideas they're planting. And at the very least, I am glad we actually are seeing setup for the Multiverse Saga. I feel like we haven't gotten that for most of the saga, but like over the past year with Thunderbolts and with Fantastic Four, it feels like we're actually leading to something. I'm happy we finally have that again in the MCU. That's one of the qualities I miss of the franchise. Anyway, I'm gonna start rambling. I gotta work on this, and I gotta finish my Evidence reaction too, which I guess now we'll have to release later later today because I gotta prioritize this. Of course, I have to. It's Doomsday. Priorities. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this teaser? What are your thoughts on Doomsday? Are you feeling the same levels of anxiety and hype that I am? Are you just anxious? Are you just hype? Let me know what are your thoughts on Steve Rogers' return? And let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you won't miss any future videos. Oh, you can go check out my past videos if you wanna. Please take care of yourselves and keep on keeping on.